And I was pissed. I was like, I want to play cool math games. What the f?
Baba Booey.
Let me play cool math games. Why the f?
Baba Booey.
Do you not believe me? I was blazing through that shit. Did you not hear me the shit out of my keyboard like a few minutes ago? And this bitch wouldn't believe me, so I was like, it got to the point where I was arguing with this hoe. I was like, I finished it. I'm telling you, I finished it. I did. I was getting pissed. They're like, leave the class, young man. You
Baba Booey.
Not really, right? But she said leave the class. She kicked me out of class. So I'm like, I'm huffing and puffing and shuffling my cup of lip. I go to the kitchen and I make me a sandwich. I go outside the classroom and I'm like,
Baba Booey.
This shit. She closes the door. She closes the laptop, the computer room. And I'm here, I come to school. This is the one time we're in the goddamn computer lab, and you kick me the fuck out just because you won't believe me. I'm like, this bitch, I know it's because I'm black. So I'm like, fuck this bitch, what am I about to do? I go back to the classroom. You forgot to lock the door, bitch. I go back to the classroom, every goddamn desk in there. I throw that shit. Every goddamn thing I can get to. Chairs. I was tossing that shit everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. Everything. All the desks were flipped. I tossed all them bitches. And the teachers come in. Put that freaking out. You mean we talk about the perks of Wuhan? Every goddamn desk I can goddamn get on. I threw that bitch the fuck out. Holes in the wall. Chairs are hitting the wall. Holes are going in them.
Baba Booey.
You bitch, I finished all the right time. I finished it before anybody. It's because I'm black.
Baba Booey.
Bitch, I was furious. Imagine how mad as a 10-year-old you need to be. Imagine when you were 10. How mad as a 10-year-old you need to be to
Baba Booey.
toss every desk in the classroom, every chair you could get. This is what I did. I walked in. I walked into the classroom. And then when you're mad as a kid, you snap. You go, and I did my arm like this. I did one of those fucking, like, bird ass moves. You put my hands on every desk. I put my hand around every desk I can grab. As a 10-year-old. So then the teacher comes in. Shit, what do we do? Principal comes in. He's a big Baba. I'm big enough to touch me, man. You can't touch me, motherfucker. Everything's being tossed around. Everybody's on their desk is falling on the ground. Boom, boom, boom. All the other kids in the classroom, they're fucking still doing all the right type while hell was sending loose over there in the fucking classroom. And eventually they call the one big teacher to come inside the classroom, and I'm like behind the desk, right? They're in front of the desk, I'm behind, and they convince me to come out. They convince me to get out and stop doing the shit. And eventually calm the fuck down, and they make me go outside. And they're like, I don't think they were angry at me. You know what I mean? Like they it's like teachers, like they have like this. It's like a curve. It's like a curve of how angry they can get, how upset they can get. It goes from not upset to this kid. So that's when they kick me out of class. And then once it gets to the point where this is going insane in the membrane, they calm down, like, what the fuck is wrong with this child? Like, that's where it gets to, right? It goes from like, you leave the class to they're called the psychologists, right? So they want to figure out why the fuck are you tossing the desk. Black Hulk? Yeah, exactly. I was 10. And I got Joe's box after that, and I went home. They sent me home. They called my dad, and my dad picks me up. My dad's like, so what'd you do at school today? I was vibing. My dad didn't give a fuck.